Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Well, it's taking me a while to get this thing set up. My camera didn't want to come on for some reason. Get rid of this. So how y'all been doing? I'm sorry it's so late. Only half an hour late. That's about my speed. Let's see, this feeds from the top. We got here. We got Terry's in. Lisa, how you doing? Tom, good to see you here. Brian, as usual, good to see you. I've been doing pretty good, Terry. I kind of overdid it a little bit last Sunday, but I've just about recovered from that. Just kind of stretched it a little bit too much. Yeah, at least I'm doing good. The been going to cardiac therapy, and they say I'm doing, you know, doing as well as I should be. Nothing special, nothing more, nothing less. Hey, Chris, how you doing tonight? So yeah, last Sunday, well, Saturday, I'll take that back. Friday, my dishwasher went out, so I had to go buy a dishwasher. And anybody that's bought one of those before, they just don't jump under the cabinet by themselves. So crawling around on the floor and reaching underneath that thing, I kind of stretched a little more than I should have, but I'm recovering okay. Yeah, just a little sore, that's all. I wished I had too much eggnog. How you doing, Lance? Good to see you. Yeah, Lisa, it's about the most boring thing I've done in a long time, but I'm hanging in there, and they say I'm doing well. Blood pressure and everything seems to be where it needs to be. So I'm just counting it down. I think I've got maybe 20 more visits, maybe 25. I don't know. Lost track. Hey Skip, how you doing? Good to see you. Terry, I really appreciate that, Terry. I had to hide one of those bags. That's some pretty intense stuff, but it's good. Terry had sent me a couple bags of candy here a few weeks ago or a week ago, and haven't seen anything like that down here. But I appreciate it, Terry. Thank you very much. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Uh, I'm here to say I survived another one, lived to tell the tale. Spent the well, I had the day off. The wife had to work about half a day, so we went over to my sister's house for the evening with her three kids and all of their kids. It was just another exciting, loud Christmas. But nobody left bleeding, no black eyes, no bruises, nothing like that. So I want to call it a success. Oh, I guess I could put a link down here. There we go. Anybody wants to jump up? There's the link. I think I've got mods in here. I don't know how to tell. Well, I guess. How do I tell if they're mods? We are still playing with Restream tonight. If you hadn't figured that out already. I think Charlotte still likes StreamYard for the time being. I'm trying to see what all I can milk out of Restream without paying paying for the bells and whistles. And I'm going to. I keep saying this every time I come up here, but I still mean it. I'm going to give EV Mucks a good fair chance. They have watermarked the crap out of the free version, so I may have to jump on there for a couple of months, see if it's worth it or not. But with StreamYard pulling the stunts they've pulled, I hope all their competition steps up to the plate and gives us a lot more than what StreamYard had to offer. So I think Tom, didn't you say you did your last podcast on EV Mucks? I guess Tom's still in here. So now that I'm thinking about it, if y'all don't mind hitting that thumbs up, it'll sure help me out a little bit. Or hit the thumbs down. It's okay. I can take it. Yeah, Tom, because you mainly used it just for recording, correct? I mean, you didn't try to go live with it, did you? Having a hard time getting used to the chat. Every other chat that every other broadcast software I've used, the chat feeds from the bottom up. For some reason, Restream has decided to put the new stuff at the top and feed it down. So I keep looking in the wrong places. Yeah, Terry, Chris is a fun guy. Chris, I sure miss your late night YouTube kicks. I got to see what that is. Oh, okay, I see what that is. I keep looking to the side, guys. I've got the stream running on a different monitor. So that's what I'm doing. Checking the chat over there, making sure we're still broadcasting. I haven't heard from Charlotte today. I sent her a little message a little while ago, and I didn't hear back, so I hope she's not under the weather. I know they went to Florida to see her new grandson here a week or so ago. And, you know, when you travel like that, it's easy to pick up a bug. Whose stream did we miss, Lisa? I keep forgetting. What can I do here? Can I put that? Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting I have this. So the chat embedded in the stream. Do we really need that? I think I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Because y'all can see the chat in your browser. So the only thing this really helps is the people that join me can see it. But if they've got a second browser open, like I have, you don't have to worry about that. One of the drawbacks of these online broadcast software or websites or whatever you want to call it is they're not very guest friendly, in my opinion. Oh, Chris was live tonight? Chris, I'm going to have to go back to your channel and maybe unsubscribe and then resubscribe to get the notifications to come up. I've had several old time subscriptions have not been notifying me, and I finally figured out I can unsubscribe and resubscribe, and it puts everything back into effect. Drunken Chef Barbecue, how you doing tonight? I really appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. All right, see if I can get this figured out. Hey, we got a show tonight.
What's happening, my man? I'm crooked
How,
again. I'm backwards.
how are you doing? Are you backwards?
Yeah, how the hell did I do that?
You got to invert your camera.
How do I do that?
Uh, should be in your settings for the camera. What do you?
Hold on, I don't want to make any squealing noises here. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I wasn't sure if we was gonna go live tonight or not, but I missed last week, and I thought better jump on here tonight. Just say hi to everybody.
Yeah, you got weather problems down there, don't you?
Man, we have had some storms. My niece sent me pictures from up where she's living. She's about maybe 15 miles north of me, and tornado hit up there.
Well,
She survived all right, but I guess it tore their church up pretty good. A lot of trees down. I got out this morning about 11:30. I had to go into work for a couple hours, and it was just almost black. People
really?
had their headlights on. So I didn't
That's
start getting good pictures until about a couple hours ago.
that's the main reason why I left Florida and I left North Carolina.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Well, I was up in Indiana. That's part of the tornado alley.
Yep, sure is.
And
Sure.
southern Indiana used to get hit every few years.
I mean, not so much tornadoes in Florida, but, rather than hurricanes, but in North Carolina, man, they were like fast and furious.
Yeah, well, there's no warning.
I mean, just the guy, the guy on the TV all of a sudden everything go start turning red and tell you
Yeah.
get in the middle of your house. Marie says, "Where's that?"
Well, I'll take hurricanes over tornadoes any day.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
At least I know they're coming.
I don't know.
I think
Wow,
it's easier to prepare for them.
I don't know. How
So,
was
how was
Christmas?
your Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was we went to the my daughter's house. Christmas Eve, we celebrated on Christmas Eve and did some cooking, and then Christmas Day just hung out. I mean, didn't do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I mean, you know, older we get, that doesn't really the bells don't ring that much anymore. So
Yeah. Well, like I said, I survived my family. No, no one was hurt. No blood was shed.
there you go. That's a good thing. Boys are getting big too, so you know what I mean. It's just.
Oh yeah.
But the presents are much easier. Just give them some money and that's
Oh
it.
yeah. Throw some money at it, make the problem go away.
Yeah. So I don't know. I remember one of my nephews when they were little. He would give him a card, and he'd take the card and start shaking it.
See what falls out.
Too funny. Too funny.
Well, I
So
told the wife this year. I said, I tell you what, it keep me from wrapping anything. How about if I just take you shopping?
yeah,
So this was the weekend before Christmas.
Grumpus, your picture's a little fuzzy.
My picture's fuzzy.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
wonder why.
I don't know.
It
It
says
looks
it was
like
on at 7:20.
you're lagging a little bit. You know what I mean?
You mean the voice?
No, your pictures like the pixels aren't completely right.
Well, I wonder what's going on.
You know what? I'm not a salesman, okay, but I'm going to tell you something. Get rid of this and EVMux. I go to EVMux. I mean,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I'm looking over here. You're crystal clear. Now I don't know why I'm crystal clear on the stream, or I'm on. I mean, on the in the studio. Let me check and make sure my OBS is set up right. Let's see here.
Wonder
Make
if
sure
it
that
is.
I haven't monkeyed with something I shouldn't have. Now 1080.
Yeah, but this is coming out on 720, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah, it broadcasts on 720. But still, I mean, you're at 720,
Yeah.
and are you broadcasting through EVMux?
No, I think I'm through OBS.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, EVMux. Yeah, I meant OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what's up. Maybe
Hmm.
my it's not going to let me play with it while I'm live.
Yeah, I won't let you.
I thought maybe my bit rate. Maybe I should change that.
And see, that's the other thing I like about EVMux. If you're getting ready to put something up or anything like that, it'll give you a warning.
Yeah.
You might be able to keep it at 1080, but it'll be slower. And they give you the little headlines up in there.
And there's a lot of good videos on tutorials in EVMux.
Yeah. So what I did was I signed up. At first, I had the free version. Okay,
Yeah.
and you had the logo up top, which is fine. I didn't care about that. But there's certain things, a lot of things that you can do with EVMux that I couldn't do on StreamYard.
Right. Right.
And this restream, I mean, it just got very little.
Well, like uh, EVMux on the free version, if you want to use your own backgrounds or bring in any video, any pictures, anything like that, everything is just watermarked, just plastered everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't mind the watermark up in the corner,
yeah.
but this area just makes it almost distracting.
So when I already did on the free version, I did the podcast on it, and it came out fine. I mean, I didn't have to. I sent it back to OpenShot to do a few nicks and crannies here with the editing, but other than that, I didn't have no trouble with it. But I used my own background, so I didn't have no watermarks with anything. Just the thing in the corner.
Yeah, well,
And
that on the free version.
on the free version, yeah,
See, I had mine set up. I had mine all set up on the free version, and once their last update, everything went watermarked. So all my backgrounds, everything I had all set up went.
yeah. If you use their watermarks, I mean, if you use their backgrounds and stuff like that, it'll have the watermarks on it. But I just had what you see back here. That's all I used.
Yeah. Okay.
No watermarks. But there was a few things that I couldn't use or couldn't do. That you can't do that now because you might have to upgrade, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I said? I bit the bullet. I said, for the amount of money for me to do that, I'll do my podcast and stuff on that, and I'm going to start doing some live cooks
Yeah.
with it. You know what I mean? Because even the microphone, even the picture is so much crystal clear,
Oh yeah. This
audio,
1080.
and the audio is like phenomenal. So
So you used the background you have now.
yeah,
Okay. You didn't use a JPEG or anything like that.
no,
Yeah.
no,
See, if you try to drag those in, that's where they're watermarked.
right, right. The only problem I had with it was even with the paid version, even with that there, I have a problem sometimes dragging pictures up because I do a lot of illustration about what I'm talking about and stuff like
Uh huh.
that. And some of it was backwards or this and that. So I'm still work in progress. So
Well, I like the way it lets you pre-set up different scenes and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of features in it similar to OBS
yeah, yeah. Well,
as
if you
far
go
as
to the
framing things and being able to manipulate the size of the the camera boxes and things like that.
yeah, and even even going into the studio, you set up the studio stuff. while you're streaming, you can set up pulling them pictures up and stuff like that to work with it. So yeah, it's starting to work out pretty good for me with that. And matter of fact, that's what I was doing today. I did uh, something for the channel, and all of a sudden I did something for the podcast that sort of blended together. And then tomorrow I'm gonna put it up on EVMux because I record it. And then once until I get all the features down and how I can manipulate things. But now I got to try it. I got to try it on my laptop because I can't drag this desktop into where I'm cooking. So I'm going to see
So
how it is.
I forget what I was going to ask. It left that fast.
There you go.
It'll come back to me.
Yeah. Tomorrow, just give me a call. Here's my friend right here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what's up, Mona? Mona, I got to tell you something. I got a video coming up. Thank you very much about fire cider. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Okay, but this is it's something to do with apple cider vinegar and all kinds of stuff. In case a cold comes by and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And that's right up my alley. But Mona put me onto it. Mona and Charlotte. So I did a little thing on it, and got to keep it like that for. Obviously, it's a big deal, but I never heard of it. I do a lot of stuff with apple cider vinegar anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I know what I was going to ask you. Did you record into EVMux or did you record OBS?
no, just EVMux.
Okay, so you did everything right there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have my camera set up through OBS.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and the mic and stuff like that set up through there. And then I do all the recording. And I'm telling you, it is. And what the nice feature about it is you can keep going back into that same studio.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to reconstruct it every time.
If you have everything set up in there, and I go so far with it, I can push it back onto it.
Yeah. See, I have to using here Restream. I have to go back to the previous stream and enter that studio again, and then just retitle it. If I don't, then I lose all my settings.
Yeah, God, yeah. I mean, if for us old guys, that's bullcrap. New Horizons above and beyond. Hey, how you doing?
How do we address you, New Horizons? You go by New or Horizons, or
Well, beyond.
did the government give you a name? What you want us to call you?
Mr. Lance.
I'm glad you jumped up here. I appreciate you checking us out. I know it's late, but we're all night owls around here.
Yeah.
Well, I was glad to see you try EVMux. I thought I was the only one trying it out, so I was glad it worked for you.
I was like I said, I was going to just do everything through OBS and do it that way, but it seemed to be redundant. Like to make record the video, take it over, take all the hiccups out of it,
Right.
redo it again. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna. Well, the boss told me just bite the bullet and get it. Forget about it.
I think I'm probably going to do that after the first.
Because you know what, Grumpus, I can do. There's a lot more I can do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other thing I liked about it was on StreamYard, if I put up my laptop, I couldn't get what I had on here as far as my storage.
Oh, okay.
So with EVMux, okay, I can open up my laptop and it gives me everything I have right there. So I can even do like editing or whatever.
I mean, you can do a lot of cool things with OBS. But it stays centralized to this box right here. Mm-hmm. I like being able to have some control over the whole broadcast and how things look.
Yeah,
makes it a lot more fun for me.
Yeah, like on here, you can move things around too and everything like that. But I can actually, now what I did was tonight, I actually edited a whole video. Okay, that tomorrow I'm going to record everything with it, some narration in the front of it with some pictures, and then go right into the video. And it actually changes the audio on it and picture is crystal clear. I mean, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
so. That's the next thing I want to see with my laptop. How that works. And plus, I got two damn wireless mics I want to use. Nothing else connects.
So do you have? You talking about RAM in your laptop?
Yeah,
Can you increase that, or is it
I,
not upgradable?
I'm not. That's above my pay grade there, so I'm not really sure.
Well, some of them have memory modules in that you take the back off, you can change them out. But a lot of them nowadays are soldered in.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
whatever you buy is what you're stuck with.
So I mean, I just what I want to do is I want to change things up a little bit on how things are presented, and if I can do it do it with EVMux, it saves me that editing time.
Yeah, yeah,
What I'm going to do is what you see is what you get. You know what I
yeah.
mean? As long as it's crystal clear and the audio is okay.
Well,
So
I don't know why I'm so fuzzy
you are. I mean, it's
in YouTube. I mean, it's horrible. This
put
looks
your.
like 480. I
Let me
don't I
look
don't
over
know
it.
why that's doing that.
Now, see now. Yeah, you are. Wow.
I'm gonna have to. I can't do anything about it tonight, but I'm gonna need to go into. I guess go to my buddy Michael Fire Jr.
Hmm.
and go through one of his setup videos and see if I've got something skewed. Because everything I see on my monitor directly in front of me is crystal clear. But looking over here to the YouTube stream, I don't think they got me throttled back for any reason.
Every time you move, it seems to get. I'm- hmm.
Yeah.
So now I'm playing with lighting here. So
There's no end, is there?
I mean, it just don't stop. I just started following your channels, Eastwood Farms, and
Well, I can send you a link to the lights that I use that are pretty good. I mean, this light I'm using now, I think I've got it turned down to, let's see, the center one, 50%. See the one facing me right now
Mm-hmm.
is at 5% brightness.
Okay. What what I did was I went and I bought. Do you ever have one of them days where you just no matter what you touch turns to crap?
Yep.
Okay. So I got one of enhanced LED. Okay.
Okay.
And what I did was, you're not gonna believe this, but I had to pick my grandson up from work today, and right by where he lives is a Goodwill. So I went into the Goodwill and I looked for, a light. So I got like a desk light
Okay.
with the hone on it. Because this, I don't know how this comes across. This light here, that is
It
just
looks pretty hot on screen.
and looks now that's shut off. So I
I
don't
think
know.
it looks good with the light on,
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is
but it does kind of blow out.
I'm going to take the inside of it and I'm going to line it with some either tinfoil or something like that, and get that set up. But I set up another tripod with that other light, and plus I got a ring in front of me. The overhead light that I have inside the room just is not there. So I'm gonna, I don't know, different colors and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Look who we got here.
Little Fish, what's up, Marcel? How you doing?
I haven't talked to Marcel in forever. I guess I missed. She jumped on there a little bit ago. I guess I missed it.
Anyway, so Charlotte has a new Bambino.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She seems. There we go. Yeah, she went to Florida. What, a week ago?
Yeah, I didn't talk to her afterwards. I went in on. Matter of fact, on the video I did what brought her and Mona up on it. I showed their website. I mean their YouTube sites and stuff. And I said I was watching my friend the other night doing crochet. I said, yeah, that's right. I watch crocheting. Good thing I didn't say knitting. She would have hit me with a knitting.
Oh yeah, she'd have called you out.
Yeah. But I tell you what.
So you got plans for New Year's?
Yeah, I don't know what to wear to my couch. I have no idea. I don't know
I
what.
was wanting to go out and get a bite to eat early or something like that. I can't get the wife to leave the house. She's
And
decided she's gonna be a homebody this year.
you know what? I don't blame her. I mean, especially where I live. I mean, it's Zooville to begin with. So, uh,
I've got a. I was rummaging around in the freezer a while ago. I found a 2 rib roast that I'm gonna thaw out and have it. I think I'll do that Wednesday.
cool,
Well,
cool.
I tell you what, the ribeye roast down here are just high as can be. Even the choice, the sale price is $17 a pound, $17 to $18 a pound.
It's insane.
I'm just not paying that much for a piece
No,
of meat.
no, I'm not. Let me see if I can find it here. I almost fell over when I was in the store. Yeah, here it is, right here. I don't know if you can see this on here. Now, let me go up to the camera.
Yeah, I can't see it.
No, that is, it's upside down. There we go.
It's starting. Oh, it's backwards.
Yeah, everything's back. Okay, this is a 21-pound boneless ribeye. Okay, and it is $16.39 a pound. It was $357.97.
Jeez.
So I told
Tom
the guy,
Lockhart. Tom, good to see you. This is my nephew
"Hey Tom,
and his son. What
very
you
nice."
doing up so late, Tom?
Yeah, I almost had heart failure. So I said to the guy, I says, I notice a lot of the meats that you have here. You know, I'm a frequent flyer. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, so what do you do with that stuff? Okay, just going to give somebody a $350? Well, we'll mark it down. I said, what? Half price? Still can't afford it.
That's right.
And he says, yeah, they'll wait till it gets to a certain point, and some guy comes in and buys it all. What they do with it, I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, I wished I knew what day that was. I'd be one of them guys.
Yeah, but you know what? It's past the prime already. It's past it. I seen stuff in there that was green.
Well, I did see some select, and it was down around $11 a pound, $11 $12 a pound. But choice was $17.99 to $18.99
That's
a
ridiculous.
pound, and I didn't even look for any prime.
That's just ridiculous. So I went the other day. Marie had Marie had to go and renew her driver's license.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here in the state of Nevada, all right, when you hit 71 years old, you got to go in for an eye test.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and Grumpus, it's just nuts because you walk in and they got from 1 to 31, and then place where you go take the driving test and all that stuff. Okay. She was out of her mind because now they got to call. What are these numbers? What's this? We were there 3 hours, and we had an appointment. You just can't walk in there. You got.
Oh,
you
wow.
gotta have an appointment. Oh yeah. It was nuts.
So she didn't have to take another driving test or
No.
written test or anything, did she?
Oh, I would have loved to see the guy's face with her if she did that. I would have.
I'd have sent her some money just to run over some cones.
Yeah, clear. Because she don't drive. It's just an ID. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
She's not comfortable driving out here. I mean, in emergency she will, but it was funny. And then we left there and we went to Winco. All right. And normally you can't get into Winco because it is jam packed. And they got like half briskets there.
Now is Winco, is that a grocery store? Is that more like a excuse me, more like a Costco or a Sam's?
It's like a Costco, but it's more open. You don't need a membership or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I bought 5 pounds of 1620 shrimp for 24 bucks. 5 pounds. That was a really good deal because 2 pounds in the store frozen, and this was frozen too, but
Yeah.
um, it's like $23 for just a 2 pound bag. So I got a good deal of that, and I bought a 8 pound Boston butt. That's the video I was working on today. 8 pound Boston butt for 98 cents a pound. So that was right up my alley.
Well, I was considering buying a brisket this past weekend, but even the selects they're like 4.49 a pound,
I seen one.
4.99 a pound. That's too much for
I seen one choice
select.
for one choice, and I think it was just like 19 pounds, and I think it was I think $97.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to if I can catch them on sale, I'll grind them up for ground beef.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not paying that much.
I told
And
Maria, I
I
said,
I bought a pound of hamburger because I needed it on. I stopped on the way home. I was going to make some spaghetti sauce. I picked up a pound of hamburger, and it was six something for a pound.
yeah,
I thought this is nuts.
yeah, completely nuts. That's why I grind my own. I mean,
Well, me
I'll,
too.
I'll pick some stuff up here and there, and I'll put it in the freezer, and then if I need it, I'll just grind it up. And on this pack here, I'll just get rid of it. Um, what they're doing now is because people are going around and picking. I don't know if you can see the black mark on the bottom of the yellow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And on the sides, they're marking them with permanent markers so people can't pull the tags off and switch them onto other meats.
Man, I don't know how anybody thinks they can get away with that anyway. I mean, it takes a little effort, and you got a ton of people around you.
I said to the guy, I said, don't you have cameras? He said, not everywhere. He said, I became pretty good friends with the manager. He said, well, what they'll do is they'll put them up in where the baby seat is, okay? And as they're walking around the store, they'll be leaning on it and working on that thing.
Ah,
He said, we seen people that had nail polish remover, okay, and just try to gingerly put it on underneath the thing and peel it off, make their way around the store, get it off, put that back, and then take another like a filet mignon or something like that.
yeah.
Then I'm thinking back, holy crap! Last summer, I went in, and they had filet mignon. I couldn't believe it was $11, and the other one was $16. I looked like this. I was running, but they made the mistake. The store put it up like that.
Yeah. Yeah, those are fun Easter eggs to find.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was sweating just 'cause, the guy was pretty astute who did it. And he just ran them through. No problem.
Well,
It's crazy.
They did have pork butts on sale this weekend, $2.77 a pound. That's not too bad.
I got it for 98 cents a pound today. Yesterday.
Pork butt?
Pork, yeah, Boston butt, 8 pounds,
I'll be darned.
$8.18.
Man,
So I took that thing and I butchered it up, cut it up, and I made pork steaks out of it.
right.
Took the bone off it, cubed it up, and I took the fat cap and cubed it and put it in my vac sealer, and that's going to be sausage. Not too
Yeah, because I grind a lot of pork butts too.
Yeah, not in my near future. So yeah, hell yeah. I'm waiting on a delivery. Somebody sent me out a vacuum sealer bags, and they're sending me out a new vacuum sealer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you'll
Is
be
this a
seeing it.
sponsor?
No, not really. I mean, just for me to do a review on it
Okay,
and stuff like
okay.
that. But the girl said it could be something down the road. She said because I watched some of your videos that you do a lot of it.
Yeah,
Vacuum sealing. I said, yeah. I mean,
nice.
I said I try to buy everything fresh and then freeze it up that way. Even Grumpus, I buy garlic. I buy 5 pounds of garlic. All right, and I take that and I vacuum seal it. Boom, but it's funny though. They'll blow up. You take all the air out of the bag.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
In 2 weeks' time, all of a sudden, boop, it looked like a balloon.
So they rupture.
Yep. So all I do is I pop a hole in it and then reseal it, put it back in the vacuum seal and reseal them back up again. But I can keep them a couple months, fresh, already peeled.
Right. So when they thaw out, do they have the same texture?
No, I didn't freeze them. They're just in the refrigerator.
Oh, freeze them. Okay.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
didn't
freeze them.
No, I didn't freeze them. Freeze them, they turn color. They get almost like transparent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because I usually only buy. Oh, I might buy 3 heads at a time, but
I
a little
stopped.
garlic goes a long way around here.
Yeah, I see. I stopped buying it because it was all junk. It was all dead in the middle, and or
Yeah,
the or the started resprouting. You'll never guess what I'm drinking.
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, I tell you what, if this was my life, there people would disown me. I'm drinking oregano tea with lime.
Oregano tea.
Oregano tea, Mexican oregano tea.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to tell you something. I've been having trouble sleeping. All right, flip flop. I got so much crap going on in my mind. So I tuned in Charlotte and Mona. They turned around to this one person. They led on to another person, another person, another person. And this and they turned around and lady was telling me, showing us different teas to make and stuff like that. Well, if you have trouble sleeping, whatever, she said try it. I told Marie last night we tried it. Grumpus, at the same time, me and Marie looked at each other. Probably about an hour went by, but we looked at each other, both started yawning. I slept like a baby last night.
So how do you make it?
Boil water. I take I get the big bag of Mexican oregano,
Uh huh.
and for the two of us, I
Are you
put
sure it was oregano?
yeah. See,
Did you wake up in the middle of the night hungry?
see, don't say nothing loud like that. Marie takes baby powder and puts it on the floor to see if I walk to the refrigerator at night. Yeah, so I mean, it's 2 cups of water, boil it, and 2 tablespoons of oregano. Like I said, I have the Mexican oregano. You can use the other one, and you can put a little honey in it if you want, or I squeeze a little bit of lime in there. That's what they showed us.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you know,
Nice.
yeah. Woke up pretty chipper. I said, huh, maybe I should smoke it.
And it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It had this again to see what you said, but it had like a numbing effect. Hey, dude. And I said to Maria, I says, do you feel? She said, yeah, I'm just going to ask you if you're. I said, oh, this is crazy. Call Grubhub. We need something here. Oreos right away.
Well, I can send you some flour that's in little bags.
Too funny. But yeah, it seems to work. Next, I'm going to try cloves.
Clove tea.
Clove tea, yeah.
Now I bet that'll numb your lips.
My grandson Pop, he said, why don't you just smoke a joint and get it over with? But it feel pretty good.
Well, I might have to give that a try.
Yeah, but the lemon, I mean, and the honey, I mean, it was just watching. I never really got into that kind of stuff, but watching a couple of people. One lady has a business doing with making these different remedies and stuff like that. How to calm your nerves down and all this, blah blah blah. Years ago, it was a quart of scotch, but them days have gone.
Well, I might have to give that a try because even when I stay, even through the week, I usually don't go to bed before 3,
Uh,
even on work nights.
yeah.
And even then, if I go to bed at 3, a lot of times I'll look up at the clock and it's 4:30, and I still haven't fallen asleep yet.
Hmm. Yeah,
So I need something to turn my brain off, so I stay wound so tight.
Listening to the couple of these different people talking about it and stuff, even clove. I mean, clove has a lot to do with it, especially for like me with the blood sugar that it can actually lower it down. But this oregano, this is powerful stuff that you really don't think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And this woman has a couple different recipes that you can mix and match certain things, but to try each one first to see if you do have any kind
yeah.
of effect from it, whatever. But I tell you what, I I guess we drank it about 10, and by 11:30, quarter to 12, I was cutting wood. I had a little pile of wood next to my bed.
You might you might want to go easy on that clove
Yeah.
because I use you know fi- I got koi
Right.
and goldfish, and they're like people. I mean, they catch tumors and different different things happen to them, and I use clove oil mixed with water to anesthetize them to put them to sleep if I have to put them down. I can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to kill a fish that you've been feeding for 3 years.
Of course. Of course.
But that's a pretty humane way to do it. But you don't take much clove oil in that water
And
to
that's,
give them
I
a dirt
mean,
nap. So
yes.
take it easy, man.
Stop and think about it. Stop and think about it, because back in the day, you had a toothache or something like that. Here,
Yeah.
put a clove up there or whatever. But trying different stuff. And here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get away from, you know what, going to see a doctor for 10 or 15 minutes. Not that I'm not going to do that, but for 10 or 15 minutes and just, give me pills and stuff like that, I'm going to try the other side.
Well,
It's,
there's nothing
it's
wrong with that.
not going to hurt. You know what I mean? It's not going to hurt me one way or the other. And experiment, give me some more content that I can do. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not going to do any harm to you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want none of my friends from back east think I'm going soft here drinking oregano tea. You know what I mean?
You drink it with your finger up.
Well, I have no choice because that one's broken. Yeah. But yeah, trying different stuff here. I mean, this stuff we made with the fire cider, that's got everything. I got oranges in there, limes, lemon, uh, peppercorns. I got all kinds of hot peppers in there, jalapenos, serranos, um, Thai chili pepper in there, and yeah, I mean, just goes on and on and on. Cinnamon sticks. And you're supposed to let that sit for, I guess, 30 days, and then you squeeze everything out, and then every couple shots here and there, especially for the cold system. It helps your immune system, I think. Just saying.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I think Lance has koi.
Yes, he does.
Does he?
Yes, he does. And
Okay.
matter of fact, Lance, and where he does all his lives and stuff from, he's got a couple fish tanks behind him. In
Okay.
fact, I think he's doing shrimp. I said, send me a pound, right? When they get bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew. I'd seen tanks behind him, but I didn't know what was in them.
He's got a couple different fish and stuff. I don't know. I think he's got a pretty good size koi pond right there.
Well, I've been,
I
I've
th-
been doing koi for probably, oh gosh, 30, probably 35 plus years.
wow. Hmm.
And that's
I've been filleting him for about that many times.
that's one of those projects that is never finished.
Yeah, exactly.
I just need one more rock.
If the shit hits the fan, you look at the coin and say, "Hey, I love you for 35 years, but guess what?"
Oh, if my dad knew how much money I spent on rocks, he'd have probably died 20 years earlier.
Ay, ay, ay.
Because he could squeeze a nickel to the Indian Road to Buffalo. His boys buying rocks by the ton.
That's funny. And out here, you can't give them away.
Well, I mean, you don't think about it. You're there in a rock yard, and you find an interesting shape or color or something that's going to fit just that right place.
Yeah.
How much is it? 6 cents a pound, 3 cents a pound. You know,
Yeah.
okay, I'll take it. Before you know it, it's 45, $50.
Dump truck.
Thinking, man, how many 6 senses was in that rock?
Well, they changed everything up out here because of the water price crisis. Okay.
Uh huh.
And so what they did was they took out all the grass, and some spots they put artificial grass in, and other spots they put small gravel. All right. Well, that's fine. But right in front of where I park my car, it's in a carport type of thing, covered parking spot. And there's a tree right there, but that's where they put all the stone out. Now, every morning there's got to be 50 pigeons Okay, eating that stone or thinking that it's something. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And all over the back of my car, yeah, pigeon shit. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, has your water supply, has the lake come up?
not much. No, but they're saying now it's really not a problem. But they're talking about for the future. But the lake
Yeah, I
went
mean
down.
it was down for so many years.
Oh, it was down. This past year was down really bad. It was really low.
I didn't know if it ever finally recovered or how many
Yeah.
years is it going to take to recover.
Well, they it was the funny part. Every night on the news, they were crying the blues. Lance has got here. Uh, okay, there you go. Last year,
Nice, Terry.
that's
Yeah,
Lance.
2,000 gallon. That's
That's
probably
Lance. Yeah.
about where mine's at. Maybe 1,800. For 30 some years, I've said I need to drain that and check the water meter and fill it up and just see how much water it does hold. Now, a lot of people, what they don't think about is how much water is in the filters, how much water is in the plumbing,
Yeah.
and all. I mean, there's probably as much. I've got two 100-gallon filters, biological filters that I run, and my lines are 2-inch lines and 4-inch lines. So
Hmm.
that holds a lot of water right there, even if you use to completely drain the tank.
Wow.
Yeah, Lance, that's a project that never ends.
Matter of fact, Lance was saying to me he had a couple questions about it. So you ought to check out Grumpus.
I didn't realize he was into fish like that.
Yeah. Oy, oy, oy.
We might need to get together and swap some lies on fish stories.
Yeah. I'll tell you how you used to gut them and fillet them. Shh, don't say nothing to the koi fish.
Is my understanding these originally was a food source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They turn them loose in the rice paddies to keep mosquitoes and any
Yep.
other varmints under control. And we're talking centuries ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the mutants that had a little bit of a speck of color or something like that, then the emperors and kings and stuff would take those. And
Thinking that they're high class.
all of that ended up to where we have what we have today.
And you know what? That's the other thing. I was doing on the podcast. I was doing a series about the recalled foods.
Yeah.
Okay. And to me, it's a scam because if it was a big problem, okay, uh, they would shut it down, and somebody would take the bull by the horn and get it straightened out. Okay?
Yeah.
The thing that got me the most was mercury in fish. All right, so you can't eat this kind of fish because it's got a lot of mercury in it. This and that, blah, blah, blah. All right, tuna, blah, all this different fish and stuff like that. So you mean to tell me, okay, between here and say Australia, there's mercury in that water out there? Are you kidding me? So it's just a marketing tool. Okay.
Yeah.
Years ago, it was flounder, and all of a sudden, flounder you couldn't find flounder no more. Couldn't get it. Now they come up with this garbage fish called tilapia.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people eat it's garbage. It's a processed fish. They farm them basically. And I used to do a lot of fishing back in the day, and I have never caught a tilapia in my life.
I
You
never
know what I'm
heard
saying?
of it until just a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And now they got the swawi or swami, whatever the hell, another kind of fish. Okay, you don't hear the conventional fish like I was used to growing up, man. I'm not that guy, get off my grass thing, but how they manipulate things,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Well, as far as the recalls, I'm a skeptic on the recalls because it just seems too convenient that it always hits around holidays. It hits around the timing of them
Sure.
just seems too coincidental to me.
carrots, sweet potatoes, all that stuff. Okay, to raise the price, and you know what? We're kind of I'm doing stuff now on my videos as cut up chicken. I buy a couple packs of chicken. I'll take it all apart, wash them. I'm a big fanatic about washing everything. Okay, even before I use it, and I go into that a little bit too. But now I take the sticker, the price tag on it with the barcode on it. I cut that out. Marie washes the back of it. Okay. I'll take the chicken, do whatever I'm going to do with the chicken, vacuum seal them, and they all go in one bag. Okay. And that goes into the freezer. But the sticker for that batch of chicken that I bought, she staples it to the inside of the bag.
Oh, okay.
But now, if I turn around, if I hear, say, chicken breasts are recalled in, Henderson, Nevada,
That's a good
uh,
idea.
from this one store, we'll pick it up, take it back, because how much stuff gets thrown out, or how much stuff do you have in your freezer that's repacked, okay, and you have no clue
Yep,
of
that's
what it
true.
was. So what you do is you turn around, rather than take the chance, you just throw the meat away, and that's throwing money out the window, no matter how you add it up. So
Well, it just seems kind of odd to me that stuff as it comes into season, that's when the shortage hits.
yeah, I mean,
Now I can understand the shortage in an off season,
yeah.
but when
Uh,
everything's coming in, uh, how can it be so plentiful and then a shortage at the same
just
time?
just before Thanksgiving, there was chat talking about bird flu, okay, and how it was one farmer in Midwest somewhere had a pig that was sick, okay, and then a couple weeks later, it was one of his cows that was sick, and then all of a sudden went to his chicken coop and stuff like. What are you doing out here? You cannot find a dozen eggs that's under $10.99 a dozen.
Wow,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's unbelievable. I'd have to give up eggs for a while.
150 eggs for $110. So yeah, I mean it's just and populations like here, okay, that's where they get it most because that's where the most of the money comes from. You know what I mean? So I just it's too fun. Just like with the meat, Grumpus, you know yourself. I mean, look at the price of that kind of stuff. From our generation, okay,
Oh yeah, when I was a boy,
yeah, back in the day,
when everything was black and white.
yeah, man, me and Elsie the cow grew up. Unbelievable. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I
Just
tell my
completely.
neighbors that's how you realize how you're getting old when you talk about how fast the trees grew in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's I mean that's just insane. Completely insane. But everything. Even out here they put the sphere up, okay? And that's
Yeah,
supposed to be a concert hall, concert thing and people can pay to have their logos and stuff put on this big sphere. Matter of fact, you go out around the corner from where I live and you look down and you can see it. It's pretty cool to see it.
yeah.
Eagles are there now. They're doing um, a couple concerts there. Can't get in there. $120 a ticket. That's for the nosebleed seats.
Well,
You know?
if people would stop buying the tickets, they'd have to lower them.
Yeah, exactly.
People
That's
don't realize, that place has got to pay the light bill, got to pay their help, everything like that. If you stop, they're trying to gouge everybody. If they would just boycott it, just give it a month. Just don't buy no tickets for a month. Same way with football games.
yep.
Just don't buy anything for a month. You know that that $8 hot dog will drop down to around $4
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
get you in the door.
Eight is cheap.
I mean, geez, last time I went out to, and I didn't even go to the football game. I was out there for something else. It was $20 to park. 20 freaking dollars just to park, and that's a mile from the gate.
No, I don't think Vince Gill. No, I mean, but
Well, Vince been touring with them a little bit?
yeah, but not this trip, not this trip at all. I mean, and then somebody took a video of it and posted it out here because I'm involved. I'm involved with a lot of the music dudes around
Right.
here and stuff like that. they said the sound system was horrible and this and that. So it's just, there again, gouge people, price people out, whatever.
but that's one of the selling points is they're telling people how great the sound is and there's no bad seats and all this stuff.
It was horrible, horrible, horrible. Yeah. I don't know. It's just there again. We're getting up there in the age and stuff like that where I don't know. I just got a letter from um, Social Security. Okay, that guess what? They're cutting back on Part B, so they're not charging me the full $180, $85
Right.
out of my stuff, and I'm getting $5 into my pay. So just
I got the same letter.
and I'm saying to myself, really? I said I'm paying I said, in other words, I'm paying $180 to get turned down to get any kind of treatment. That's,
I mean, they give you one and take two.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The Grumpus, the best thing was I was trying to get blood work done, and was all set up. Went to the place on my phone. The app comes up that I'm next, that I'm logged in to the place. Nurse comes out and she said, "Are you Mr. Garvey?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You're not on our list inside." I said, "Well, they just told me I was here."
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, "No, you're not here." So I had to leave. All right. So I come back home again and I called the doctor's office. I said, "Listen, might as well cancel my doctor's appointment because I can't get the blood work done, in 2 weeks." So the girl says, "Blood work done? What did you want to get done with your blood?" And then all of a sudden, asshole comes out.
It's hard to hold it back at that point.
I can't, it's like kick a mule. You know what I mean? I said, I want to get it tested, see if it's red. She went, "Duh, it always is red." I said, "Okay."
I was talking to a dietitian and she was going through the whole, it was like 6 pages. And she was going through this stuff, and after she got done with that, this other lady, I sat down and talked to her, and she's going through, they skew you over towards this mental part. How you feel when you wake up, and do you feel lonely, or do you have feelings of hopelessness, all this stuff like that. And I hadn't been out of surgery that many weeks, and I told her, I said, "I know where you're going with this." I said, "If you're asking me if I'm ready to hang myself, my wife won't let me pick up the rope."
I get them so aggravated now. Me and Marie go together
Uh-huh.
in
Tag
the same
team.
room. Yeah, because she's sick of me. The nurse, the little chubby nurse. I thought, "Get on the scale first." Embarrassing me. You get on first. Me and you'll sashay back down the hallway into the room, and I'll
That's
take
right.
your
That's the way I feel about it.
So
I don't want fat people telling me how to lose weight, and I don't want broke people telling me what to do with my money.
exactly. She, so the last time she went in, she gave me the paper and she said, "Draw a clock on the circle." Okay, so they had a circle there. I wrote in clock. She said, "No, put the numbers in there." I said, "You said draw a clock." I did. Put a clock on there. There it is. So I did it. Put the things in there.
Uh-huh.
So she said, on the side with the arrows, she said, "Show me what is 10:15." Okay. So I wrote 10:15. She said, "No, with the hands." I said, "I have a digital watch." So she went, "Oh, okay." I took it away from me, like,
some of the stuff they come up with is just so stupid. It's almost an insult.
Yeah, she said, "If you fall down, what happens?" I said, "I hurt myself." What do you think? Completely crazy.
The wife comes out with a snow shovel to break the suction.
Unbelievable. I mean, just crazy, complete craziness. No, Lance, I've heard that he was with them a couple places. I don't think he's out here with them though. They said Joe Walsh really didn't sound too good.
Well, he's getting up there too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he probably hadn't taken as good a care of himself as we have.
Just listen to that one song he has. You know what I mean? He lost his license because now he don't drive. Uh, Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean it's there again. Getting up there and people. Well, you got to be careful you don't trip and fall, and it can happen. It
Oh
really
yeah, of
can.
course it can happen.
You know, uh,
I mean,
some
I don't bounce back as fast as I used to with bruises and cuts and overdo it on a Saturday. I feel it for a couple of days. I realize that,
yeah,
but it was almost an insult to me that they just assumed
you're nuts.
I couldn't walk down my own hall and go to the pot without assistance.
Or they think you're deaf. As soon as they see your age, she starts talking. The girl at the desk starts
Oh
talking
yeah,
higher.
yeah,
Why are you here? I
yeah.
said, not
Lean
for a
in,
hearing
talk a
test.
little louder.
Yeah, not for a hearing test. That's for goddamn sure.
Robbie, I was in the hospital. They'd come in, and my Vicky's sitting there on the couch. They start talking to her instead of to me. I said, I'm in the room.
Well, Grumpus, when I had what do you call it, the catheterization done. Okay, so
Yeah,
it went up through my in my leg, went up that way. Well, now when they couldn't get the sheet out because I was bleeding.
yeah.
Okay, so now I got this big gorilla dude that, as they're reeling me down into a room, okay, he's got his finger on my leg, on my inside of my leg. Okay,
Hmm.
boys weren't too happy with that, but but I mean he's pressing down on it,
Yeah.
wouldn't stop bleeding. I'm ready to bleed the frig out. Okay, and he's got his finger on my leg in there for an hour and 25 minutes,
Wow.
and Maria's sitting on the other side, and we're just like, so it's just. So what do you do for fun?
I mean,
Unbelievable.
they did that with me, but I think they had to hold it down for like 20 minutes or something like
No,
that.
I wouldn't stop bleeding.
But I can't imagine. I mean, after about 5 minutes, it started to hurt,
Yeah. Oh, it was agonizing. And
and
then once
I can't imagine going that long. My
and then
goodness.
once he took his finger, his hands off of it, okay, and then it looked like a gel that was over, that like it's finally scabbed up on there.
Uh huh.
So unbelievable.
Yeah. About the only time I use my age is if I get a haircut or something. I want that senior discount.
Yeah. I was like,
And I,
oh,
u- and I usually end up putting that in with my tip. So,
I got the light today,
uh-huh.
and it was $3.98. And the guy says, "Are you a member?" I said, "Of Goodwill." No, I'm not a member. No, I didn't know
That's
you
my
needed
lamp I sent here last week.
it. My wife threw it out. I want to reclaim it. So he said, "No, you get a discount." He said, "Are you a teacher?" No. Are you a firefighter? No. Are you a policeman? No. State official? No. Right? And all down the line, then he said, "Are you 65 and older?" I said, "What do you think?" Okay, so he started writing the stuff out. A whole bit. He says, "Well, look, he's got a good deal on it. $1." So okay, what that aggravation? I would have give you the $3.98 and just walk. Let me walk out.
I was sitting in a place the other day. A guy come in, sat down next to me. He looked like he's probably in his 40s, and they carded him. I'd been sitting there about an hour, so they carded him. And I looked at her. I said, you didn't ask for my ID. I'm feel like I'm being profiled.
Uh, yeah, ask Alexa. What is my lifespan being? She said, "Boy, beautiful day out here today in Las Vegas." They want to tell you.
Don't buy no green bananas.
Keep them green bananas away. That's don't make any plan. But I still constantly get them for burial.
Yeah.
And they take me out for lunch.
Oh,
To
gee, yeah, the funeral home, the cremation, all that stuff. I get, 3 or 4 pieces a week. I'm thinking, what do
uh,
they know? I don't know.
yeah,
What's the word on the street?
and then life insurance policies.
Yeah,
Okay, you gotta make 100 payments of so and so before you can claim it. Well, why you wasted a stamp,
yeah,
asshole?
yeah.
Sending it out to me.
I'm thinking, I'm with Kelsey Siebold, and I probably get 1 or 2 envelopes from them a day.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, this would be a lot cheaper if you didn't. You've already got me.
Yeah.
You could stop with all the envelopes trying to talk me into it.
Ay, 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 ay. It's insane. It really is. And they think you're stupid. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, they think you get old, you lose your mind, you can't think for yourself anymore. And
yeah.
I don't know. I know
They
the
have.
first chance I get, I'm gonna take a picture of myself up on a ladder, and I'm gonna take it back into the doctor's office with me next visit.
Yeah, here's my PT. It's what I do for
Yeah,
recreation.
this is the help I get at home. She's holding the ladder.
Yeah, yeah. Think it's easy, huh, pal? Unbelievable. We yeah. I mean, they just have a thing here now. We're going to be renewing our lease in February. So they come up with a new. Naturally, the rent's going up and everything else like that, but they come up with a new thing here with another company. All right, where it's called Flex. So you can take your rent, okay, and split it between twice every 2 weeks to pay it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
I mean, I don't know how that would make
no.
much of a difference if people are getting their Social Security checks once a month.
Well, that's what I said. But they keep sending it to you every month
Yeah.
or a couple of weeks before the French do about sending it. So I go up, I go up to the office, and the office manager up there, he's a little flamboyant. Let's put it that way. Um, but he said it's really a good deal. I said, first of all, jerky. I said we live in Las Vegas. Okay, you're lucky you get the check once a month for the full amount. Okay, me gonna wind up in the crap table with extra money in my pocket or whatever. I said, what are you, stupid? But what it is it's another game that they play because you join this thing and there's a fee. It's a $13 or $14 a month fee
Ah,
to,
okay.
to
So
use
your
their
rent went
plane.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To split it. Not sure. Whoa, muzzle loader. Holy crap.
It don't seem like it'd be worth the effort to me.
Hmm.
Unless he had collector's items there or something.
Wow. Wow. See, out here you can open carry.
We can open carry here without a permit too.
Yeah, open carry, and just a couple places where you can't go and stuff.
Do you have
Never
to have
remind.
permits?
No, no permit. Carry in your car, you can even keep one in the chamber.
Yeah.
Same thing. But to get a concealed carry, I concealed carry it for, oh man, I don't even know, 30, 40 years maybe. But North Carolina, you could open carry, but you and also conceal with the permit.
Yeah.
All right. Certain place you couldn't go, but you couldn't have one in the chamber. And then that changed this and that. Then I went to Florida. Florida was in Florida you couldn't even, if you seen somebody had just a handle of a gun, bend over or something like that, come out, he could be locked up for that kind of stuff.
Really?
Stupid laws. Yeah. But out here, concealed carry is, I think it's a lot of money. It's almost $290 by the time you get done with all. Everybody's got to take a course.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me bring my Florida or my North Carolina here, and you had to go through the whole routine, and then you got to wait 6 months to get it. So I said, nah, open carry, just open carry. So
Yep.
sometimes when I go somewhere for if I'm out at night or whatever, I'll carry it. But other than that,
Well,
I'm just
if I was going to carry, I'd jump through the hoops to go ahead and get the concealed. Because I'm afraid that I would be, if I was open carrying, that just makes you a target. It'll
nah.
take you out first.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I
I mean,
mean
that's just
some.
me. That's just me. I don't want somebody to know I'm carrying.
I mean, I'm getting gas one night, and a couple dudes come walking around, and they seen, and they just kept on walking.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
there's that.
you
There's
know.
that.
So, but I don't know. Yeah, you get to that one certain point, say I don't need it anymore. But you know what? The way things are right now, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy. Okay, for you got to do it every. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah. As a matter of fact, they were talking out here just to lighten it up. I mean, there's some you can carry just about anything. You can actually carry a rifle out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in your car and stuff. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, I would think that would keep the crime down,
Yeah,
crime down a little bit.
Grumpus, when we were shut down and we just started lighting up places where you go, I tell you, this was a classic. I wish somebody filmed it because walk into the bank, big sign, must wear a mask. I stood by the sign. I said, "Look at this. This is beautiful." I put the mask on, had sunglasses and a hat on. Walked in. As I walked into the bank, I dropped my cane trying to get my wallet out. Dropped my cane. Bang! Big loud noise. I went, "No, it's just a cane."
That's fun.
I said, "You can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it up."
Well, I mean, most of your petty stuff is they're just thugs, wannabe gangsters, and punks
Hmm.
and cowards. And if they think somebody's going to shoot back, I think most of them probably think twice.
Yeah, yeah. There's there's out here. It's pretty cool. I mean, you do have some shootings, but it's up on the other end of town and off to the east. But um, yeah, petty shit. But most of it's mostly pretty good.
Yeah.
Between Metro and Henderson Police, they don't play. These guys don't play. So
Yeah, Terry, I remember those days.
yeah, you just go hunting after school.
You go to high school. You had your rifle on a rack in the window, and you went hunting on the way home.
Yep. Hell, I used to go skeet shooting, trap shooting. I used to do a lot of trap shooting and stuff like that. I like bird hunting, rabbit, small game and stuff like that, and deer hunt. But I like bird, quail, pheasant,
Yeah.
grouse, rabbits, this and that.
Yeah, stuff like that I enjoy, but I don't like sitting up in a cold branch in a tree just waiting on a deer to come by so I can ambush him.
Yeah.
That ain't fun to me.
You should be allowed to say freeze. uh, Unbelievable. And that's the other thing now. There was this bird flu going around now. And like I said, with all these pigeons and crap out here. And in a lot of different states now, they're saying where it's really active. They're saying it's affecting chickens and that they're
Yeah.
not knowing about it right now. That'll be the next. That'll be the next thing.
Well, I mean, there's always something's going to kill us.
Yeah, no matter what.
There's always something. They'll come up with something new once they fix the other problem.
Yeah. Yeah. How you feeling though?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
Like I said, I told them earlier I overdid it last Sunday. I had to change out the dishwasher,
Oh,
and it wasn't so much the dishwasher itself,
up
because
and
it
down.
slid on the tile pretty easy. It was getting up and down off the floor.
Yep.
Because you got to lay down there and reach your arm back here and try to make all those connections. And when they built my house, they didn't make the wire long enough, so I was fighting that. And that's I don't know if you ever changed one out or not.
Yeah.
That's an hour job.
Mm-hmm.
maybe an hour and a half if you figure out how the last one it. I worked, Tom. I worked 7.5 hours on that because I finally went in. This is the fourth one in the house, so this is the third one I've changed out, and every time I fight that wire coming out of the wall.
Ah,
So this time I just put an extension on it, wire nutted it up, put it in a junction box, the whole 9 yards.
right.
Something I should have done the first time. So the next time, well, I just made it easier for Vicky's new husband.
How's your chest feel?
It's feeling pretty good. Like I said, I kind of pulled those muscles right here a little bit. Most of it was just getting up and down, up and down, and up and down. It's like doing push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to get some feeling back. Where the incision was.
Right.
I had a numb for about 3 inches, inch and a half or so on each side of that. It was just numb,
Wow.
and it's probably maybe an inch wide now. It's starting to get some feeling back. So, I'm feeling a little aches and pains from that. All those nerves trying to
Yeah.
mend back together. But I haven't hurt where I needed pain pills or anything like that.
That's
If
good.
something like that happened, your awareness is so high, and you probably went through the same thing. You're
Mhm.
so aware and heightened of every little hiccup, every little itch, every little you're thinking, oh shit, is this happening again?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I just that's the other reason why I started doing these different teas and stuff, is because with the bladder cancer stuff, I'm on guard. The doctor said, well, guess what? You know, just in 21 is when they told me that I was cancer free.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? You're full of crap, because I don't think I am. I think it's lurking somewhere, and it's just a matter of time. So that's why I try to eat and do what I do, and
Right.
stuff like that. So starting out with all these different teeth, because all of a sudden I was getting bladder infections. Grumpus, for maybe every 3 months, I went up with a bladder infection to where it's almost crippling.
Wow, those hurt.
Okay.
I've only gone through that one time. That wasn't no fun.
And I mean, every time they do an exam, they go up in there, with the scope,
Yeah.
the hard way. So I've had more, I had more people looking looking up than I care to admit to. But at one point, they would give me like maybe 60 antibiotic pills. Because
Yeah.
if I felt it coming on, rather than going to the doctor, I'd just take them. I don't have them no more. All right.
Yeah.
So rather than take an antibiotic, I figured I'd do a little probiotic and stuff and see if I can boost it
See if
out that
that'll
way.
work. Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. And so I'm trying different little things. I mean, we're not here forever, but
No, no, not really. I mean, it really makes you check your mortality when things like this happen. Start thinking different.
yeah,
What do I need to teach before I'm gone? I mean, I'm
yeah,
sitting there right before my surgery. I've got a napkin. I'm writing down all the passwords and all the account numbers, all this stuff like that, because I didn't have that anywhere else because I didn't want anybody else to know about it.
I mean, when the doctor told me, okay, and this is back in, oh man, it's an 8, 9, 10. I think it was in 2011. He told me we became friends, me and this
Hmm.
guy. Okay, I would bring him stuff from the garden. An Italian guy from Connecticut. He loved it. They loved the blossoms on the zucchini, because he sauteed
Okay.
them up, stuff them with some cheese and stuff, whatever. I would bring him in. That was better than him getting paid from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When he looked at me and he had this chalk look on his face, and he told me, "Tom, I think it's time you get your affairs in order."
that's an eye opener, isn't it?
Frig you talking? I'm 54 years old. The frig you talking? You know what I mean? I'm going to fight him right then and
Yeah.
there. But okay, when you go home, but that all that did was, now that think back, all that did was got me in the mood, on the mode, to make sure that I started looking out for myself,
Yeah.
and that's how this whole journey started with me.
Well,
with it.
the thing with me, and I think it's a plus in my situation, it all happened so fast. I didn't have a chance. I didn't even have a chance to worry about it.
Yeah, and
I mean,
I get
go in on Tuesday, and Wednesday morning they're cutting me open,
yeah,
and I didn't have a time to even think about what they were going to do to me, what the outcomes, the mortality, the chances of surviving it. I didn't have a chance to think of any of that stuff.
yeah, and I give you credit because you know what, you bounced back pretty good.
Well, they say I mean I was pretty good shape, I think, other than that issue.
Yeah,
I've always been a hands-on guy, a handsy guy, pretty strong for a guy my size and my age. And I think that helped a lot. But all the doctors say I'm doing just great.
yeah. I mean, just
What they mean is you're doing great for a guy your age. They don't say that.
yeah. I mean, they the one doctor in Florida, me and him went at it pretty good, and he hit me with, I said start. That's when I started keto. Okay, and I started finding good results from it.
Yeah,
And but I went to this guy, and as soon as I said that I started doing keto, he went like this to me. Like that crap don't work. Blah 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 blah
yeah.
blah. Okay, and he says, and just face the fact that you're obese. I can feel my blood pressure going up. I'm looking how I'm going to cold cock this son of a bitch. And I said to him, I said, I may be obese, but you're friggin' ugly, you idiot. And I can lose weight. You're just an ugly old son of a. And
You
it went
can't
on from
fix it.
there, and I just got up and left. So when I got home, Marie says, what did the doctor say? I said, he said, find another doctor. And, it's just, and how you handle things. I mean, it's a shocker. Somebody tells you, hey, look, you're going under the knife, and we don't know if you're coming out of it or not.
Yeah, I mean you look at things in different perspective now.
Yeah. And then the other one,
Even
Grumpus,
now.
yeah, exactly. Now it's even worse now.
Yeah.
Okay. Another time, another time I'm going in for I think it was my third surgery. Okay. I go into the hospital. I had to be there. I was there at 5:30. We went up and stayed there. We stayed, got a room, and then went in early. I was in 5:30 in the morning. I think I was 6:30 scheduled for surgery.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there trying to sign up all the paper. And the woman behind the desk says, real cocky, behind the desk said, Mr. Garvey, hope you have cash. She's because your insurance, you have no more insurance. Your insurance dropped you. So what are you talking about? She says, right now we need at least $7,000 right now for this to go. I stood up. At this point, what do I got to lose?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And as I stood up, I started yelling. The doctor walked behind her, heading back to the OR, and he went, "Oh, what's going on here?" And he straightened it out. Just come back here, not like that. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. So, I mean, there you go. There was a thing on the news the other night I watched here that a lady had breast cancer. All right, and she had one or two surgeries, and now all of a sudden they're not covering her. Just to go back and get the PET scan, to go back and get the scan.
Mm-hmm.
When the insurance company won't cover it. And they're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, arguing, fighting the whole bit. Well, come to find out, guess what? It's back. So now she's suing the insurance company because her doctor said she desperately needs this done back and forth. But months and the time keeps clicking.
Right.
It just keeps on going on and on and on. So I don't know.
Well, they're going to outweight you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they want to know what color your blood is. I don't know.
Well, I got to say the hospital I went to, all the nurses and the doctors, everybody involved treated me very, very well. I got no complaints at all. Other than they treated me like a little old man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Texas, Houston area always had really good hospitals. Always did.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brother goes, I guess, every 6 months to MD Anderson,
Yeah.
and he swears by it. He comes from Florida. He'll fly in to go see the doctors here, in Houston area.
Well, I mean, when the surgeon come in and talked to me the day before the surgery, he, you know, I was I was concerned and interested in what's going on. My wife was a wreck. She was just a wreck,
Hmm.
and he in fact he did more to calm her down than he did me. And she was asking about the surgery and like that, and he just matter of factly he says, I do a couple of these a day.
Yeah.
No big deal. It's-
Yeah.
so on my when I went back to see him, I think it was 3 weeks after surgery. She was with me. We were sitting there, and he gave me a pretty good bill of health. And she told him, she said, "Well, I got to thank you for saving my husband's life." And he just shrugged his shoulder. He says, "It's what we do.
Yeah.
Just no
Yeah.
big deal to him."
Exactly right. I mean,
And you got to like a doctor like that. He could have said, "Well, I'd only done 3 of these. You did pretty well."
yeah, that's
he
right.
told her, he said, "I do a couple, 3 of these a day."
The guy I had in North Carolina, I mean, he said when I first started talking to him, he said, "Wait a minute," sitting behind his desk, and went, "Wait a minute, where are you from?" I said, New Jersey. Thank you, Jesus, thank you. Uh, he said, he said he had one lady. Well, once I got to know him, he said he had one lady that wanted to sue him because she took what he said the wrong way, didn't understand what he was saying, being from up north. But I mean, he would come in, he square business.
Yeah.
He says, you got these tumors coming left and right, brother. He said, and I ain't stopping. I ain't never seen anything like it. He said, so, uh, you know, here we go. And as he would do his examination, have the computer there with the camera,
Hmm.
and they shove it up where the sun don't shine, and into the bladder, looking around, and he started talking about, what, the best sausage I ever found around here is from Trader Joe's. Why are we talking about sausage? and the whole bit. But I mean, unbelievable.
Well, at least he wasn't talking about little smokies.
Yeah, that's one good thing. Yeah, well, you know what, though, Grum? He never said nothing about that. Come to think of it, and the woman who uh, would do my treatment. Okay, so now I did one treatment was 6 weeks. Okay, I did six treatments. Okay, I told Maria, I said I got to bring her flowers because it's our anniversary. Don't get mad.
That's funny.
Yeah. Ah, amazing, amazing, amazing. But there it is. And what's the right way? What's the wrong way? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why they say they're practicing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, according to Ed Norton on the Jackie Gleason show, he didn't practice because he knew it. I don't know.
Well, I
What's the
tell
what?
you what, we've been at this what, hour 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Probably ought to think about wrapping it up. I think
yeah. Sounds good.
I've
Sounds
run
good.
out of aches and pains to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. We need to start talking about food.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you cooking anything special for New Year's?
Yeah. No, just gonna. You know what? Them days passed. You know what I'm saying? Go through all the malarkey, go through and the money and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, me and Marie were talking the other day. Christmas Eve is always a big thing. So even in a restaurant, we would do a lot of food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, one year, now where I lived, you could look across and see the bay. All right, and it was like a block away from me. It was the Matiticonk River. Anyway, I must have spent close to, and this is going back late '90s, maybe. All right, close to $1,000 worth of seafood cooked for 2 days. Set everything up. I had a finished basement. Had everything set up. ready to go. Everybody started coming. I had about 40 or 50 people coming. All right.
Wow.
My electric goes out. Boom. Pitch dark. Christmas Eve.
We'll see you, Lance.
Good night, Lance. See you
Thanks for
Sunday.
stopping by.
So yeah, the electric goes out, and had to wind up throwing most of the food out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So not good. Not good. Not good. Well, maybe next week you'll be on Easy Mucks, huh?
I think so. I really wanted to play with a little bit ahead of time instead of just jumping on here and just trying to figure out where all the buttons are. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end up. I just look at it. I was talking to the wife about it. She said, "What does it pay off enough to cover that?" And I said, "Well, it's just money thrown into a hobby."
Yeah,
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be sitting at a bar somewhere and slamming them down, $6-7 a piece,
Sure.
or I could do something like this.
This one here, though, I mean, the paid version didn't have much.
No, it doesn't offer too much more than the free version, to be honest with you. I mean, you get rid of the watermark, but that don't bother me.
Yeah, but even Mux, even with the free version, there was a ton of stuff that you could do with it.
And
Stuff
it was still 1080.
Yeah, exactly.
At the free version.
And the audio, I mean, it's fantastic. So I said, you know what, let me bite the bullet, and I did it. I'm glad I did, and it just makes me want to use it more. I'll be more anxious tomorrow when I'm going to set up my laptop, like I said, and see how the audio sounds with it, because StreamYard, okay, when I set up my laptop and stuff, even with the audio, was lagging. Okay, so this EVMux, I mean, is crystal clear.
So the sound was lagging behind the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And sound was lagging, and also the video would jump. That's what was with StreamYard,
Yeah.
or it would just stop. Okay, so I said this is not good. And what I did was I have a couple of blocks that I set up, and I have long wires where I can plug my cameras in, all different spots around the room.
Yeah.
Okay, and go to switch it, and it would get that like this. So I'm anxious to see what EVMux does it with it tomorrow.
Well, I'm real disappointed in the quality of my video tonight. I just don't understand it, because you're sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
And it's got to. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it's setting someplace. I don't think it's OBS, to be honest with you.
Do you think maybe Grumpus might because of the weather?
Well, that's possible. We're having a lot of rain and everything, but I've got pretty fast internet here, so it should not be bottlenecking.
Yeah. Do you have Comcast there?
Comcast.
Yeah, I tell you what, I had Comcast in New Jersey, one of the fastest systems I ever had.
I pay a little extra to get a little faster, but if I run a speed test, I'm hitting 800 and 900.
Wow.
Down, and usually around 45 to 50 up. So that's more than enough. I mean, you could broadcast with what, 15 to 20 up.
Yeah.
Without stuttering.
The problem I'm having here right now is with my Wi-Fi is I have Cox, and there again, being a senior, I get a discount on it. But it's pretty quick. But I've been having a lot of trouble with it cutting out. Just for a second, it'll cut out and kick back up again. You know what I mean?
Well, and they probably, that discount, that senior discount, they're probably thinking all you're doing is looking at pictures on Facebook.
They don't know what keto cook.
They don't think there's an old fart over there running three YouTube channels.
And plus with EVMux, what I'm going to start doing, me and Maria are going to do the Seniors Food and Life. I'm going to start doing some lives.
Bye-bye, Marcel. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know.
Yeah, because they're not figuring on you using the bandwidth that you need.
Right. And it seems like every time somebody else moves in or moves out, it gets a little crazy.
Well, probably so because you're all bleeding off the same trunk.
Yeah. So I mean, on the side of my building, you can see a couple of boxes right there. So I don't know.
I mean, I
Anyway,
had it's been a few years ago. I had my normal service. I think was around 35, 30 to 35 down, and I went ahead and paid the extra to get 50. And as time rolls along, they keep increasing it and increasing it, and it hasn't cost me any more since. So
okay.
as their technology gets better, they're keeping me up there with it. And like I said, right now I'm at a 1 gig service,
Oh
but I
well.
normally see around 8 to 900,
Okay.
which is plenty fast.
See now, I the other thing with the with EVMux with the free version is three I think 3 gigs I think it is.
Okay,
It might be less. But what would happen is when I started doing like a live or something, or if I was recording, it would record up to 7 minutes, and then the recording would stop.
that was on the free version.
Yeah, on the free version
Okay.
because of storage. Okay, once I bought it, I
Oh,
mean it's
storage on their servers.
on their server.
Ah, okay, okay. Now I understand what you're saying with your storage.
Yeah. And then because I couldn't find it nowhere, I did one live with it, and it worked out okay. But then the storage went. So the other thing was I click on the icon, okay, double click it, in a matter of seconds, I'm up. StreamYard would take a little bit,
Yeah.
build up the whole bit, but EVMux was like, bam. I don't want to sound like a salesman and stuff like that, but
No, no. I've looked at it. I've looked at it for probably
you
6, 7 months,
you looked at it first. You turned me on to it first with
and
it,
I thought, well,
and
that's kind of a goofy name, and I started watching some of the tutorials and some of the YouTube videos. These guys walking through, oh, just like
yeah,
Michael does with OBS.
yeah,
There's a couple black guys that are really on top of their game with EVMux,
yeah.
and they've got some really good videos. And the more I watched it, I thought, man, so that don't look too bad.
It's very easy to maneuver through. It has some of the same features as StreamYard, but it has features are much better.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, what I
Well,
like about
I may try that next time because I got to find out what's going on with the video that's being thrown out. I
because
guess I
like
need to look at my settings in YouTube first. Make sure I'm not being throttled or filtered or something on YouTube.
hmm, it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be because if that was the case, me and you both would be the same fuzzy.
Right. But you said you had trouble with your camera though.
Well,
Maybe
the
you might have to.
problem the problem I have with my camera is I've got it plugged into a capture card, which is plugged into USB,
Okay.
and sometimes USB is flaky.
See, because you're lagging it right now. You're going in and out.
Oh,
You
am
know
I
what I think?
really?
Yeah, you're freezing. You're frozen right
So
now.
sometimes I'll have to reboot the computer a couple of times. Sometimes I
Hmm.
got I got to go back there and unplug a USB plug and plug it back in. But
You got Windows 10 or 11.
I got 11,
Okay.
and it's a brand new machine. I just built it in January,
Yeah.
so it should run it with no problem.
Yeah.
Uh, it it's probably I got too many USB cameras plugged in. Probably is a big part of it because
Hmm.
I've got 3 cameras now that are not working.
Now the other problem is when you go with EVMux to use, that would have to be the premium or the pro version to use an extra camera.
No, 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 no. I use an extra camera through OBS.
Okay. All right.
So EV Mux would only see
The one.
one camera, which
Okay.
is the virtual camera for
All right.
OBS.
All right. Now, I haven't gotten that far yet to switch out the different cameras and stuff. That was
So,
the other thing with StreamYard. That lagged also.
yeah, I mean, basically, all I really need is the camera I'm using now. Be nice to have a behind over the shoulder
Hmm.
and maybe an overhead.
Yeah.
where it's just looking down at my desk with my hands.
Right.
But I had these others laying around. I plugged them in, but I'm going to start disassembling some of this stuff and see if maybe that's what's messing me up.
Because what I got to do is I got to clean my temporary files out just about every other day.
Oh, okay. Hard drive's filling up.
And what I have, and I also have a external hard drive, and then I'll just load that up, and then I'll just delete the stuff that's on my computer,
Yeah, yeah,
and then try to clean it up that way. So, uh,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's the only thing you can do other than put a bigger hard drive in it.
yeah, I don't know. Well, this hard drive's going to hit the hay.
Well, I'm fixing to wrap this thing up too. It's been almost 2 hours, but it's been fun.
I get
Appreciate you
a.
jumping up here. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm going to contact you. You're not back to work full time, are you?
Uh, I will. I will soon. I've been going in around 12:30, and we go home at 3:30.
Okay.
So I haven't. To say I'm overworked is a stretch,
Yeah. So maybe exactly.
but
But you,
I think after the first of the year, uh, maybe after next week, I may go back to full time.
okay.
My boss don't want me coming in at all, but I got to do something.
You drive yourself crazy if you don't. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, the things I want to do at home are only going to hurt me.
yeah.
So all I can do is just sit around and, oh, woe is me. I can't do this and I can't do that. And if I can work from home. About 90% of what I do, I can work from home. But if I can ride a chair here, I can ride a chair at the office.
Exactly.
And
And
my
get out.
boss is still paying me, so I got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I totally agree with you.
And it
100%.
just kills me that he's covering for me and doing my job
Yeah.
when he's got his own job to do. And there's no reason why I can't. I mean, we're still going back and forth on what I can do and what I can't do. But I think after next week I'm gonna start going in for full days.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the podcast. I'd like to bring you up one time. Talk over
Sure. What
the health thing. We record it. No more than an hour.
I'm available anytime anybody needs me.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do here, with the podcast, is to uh, people our age, a little younger. Okay, different signs, what to look for, how to, what happens when you went through it,
Yeah.
what the whole problem was and everything else like
Well,
that.
what happens when you ignore issues?
Exactly. Yeah, without a doubt, that's a big deal.
I mean, I ignored it for 3-4 years.
I have one podcast that hit just about 2,800 people watched it
Wow.
and what I did, Grumpus, is I don't go on Spotify or anything else like that. Just on YouTube.
Yes.
Just YouTube music. I do it, and they can either listen to it or they can watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it goes back and forth like that. I was like really surprised that it's taken off
Well, great. Great.
pretty good. So
No, anything I can do to help, just let me know.
all right, brother. Listen, you have a good night. Give the
You
missus
too.
my
You
best.
have a good weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I don't see you, a happy New Year to you and Maria.
Yes, sir.
And be careful. Be
Yes,
safe.
sir. Take care.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate every one of you. We'll probably be doing this again next Saturday. I don't know if I'll have it or Charlotte will have it. Somebody get on here and give you something to do.
Good night, brother. Take care of yourself.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.